Hi, Antoine Hart here. I'm the communications manager here at Maitland Press. If you ever wonder who's that guy running around with the camera at church, that's me. One thing about me is that I love comic books. So when I stumbled upon the Bible in comic book form, I was super excited. I was also excited when I got the opportunity to sit down with Kingstone Studios founder and creator.
My name is Art Ayris. I live in Leesburg, Florida, and I'm the CEO of Kingstone Studios, and we create motion pictures, animation, and we're the creator of the Kingstone Bible, which is the most complete graphic adaptation scripture ever been done.
The Kingstone Bible was created when Art discovered a problem when trying to teach the youth how to read and understand the Bible.
For a long time, I worked with children and youth and tried to engage them in the gospel and explaining the Bible. And at one time, I headed up a very large ministry to children, and we used to bring in like hundreds of kids into our church. And I discovered that most of them did not know the Bible, had never read the Bible, didn't know anything about it. So I was always struggling to engage kids in Scripture. As we began to do research, we just saw that there was a lot of kids that had struggled with reading issues, and all the heavy text in the Bible, they just didn't quite get it. And so what we did, we originally began creating some individual comic books. I was a screenwriter, and actually I had some success with screenwriting. Actually, here it is. I did a screenplay called Last Babylon about the story of Daniel and Nebuchadnezzar. And it won Best TV Movie in Hollywood's Next Success Contest, and we went through a thing there, and actually we have it in our company now. But anyway, we created a graphic novel called Babylon. It tells the story of Daniel as recorded in the scriptures. And it's done pretty well, and we continued to do comic books, and we ended up doing 60 Bible comic books. You can see a lot of them here. And then we anthologized those into a complete graphic novel. And obviously it's a mammoth, it's a mammoth book. I would go into Barnes & Noble and I'd see all these kids just laid out on the floor reading these manga and the graphic novels, and I realized that there really was not a strong Christian voice in that market, so we decided to do that. Began raising up private capital to do that, and one of the things that we have is a big distinctive of Kingstone is really high quality. We felt like from the very beginning that we wanted to be the Marvel of the faith market. And so as a result, I felt like I needed super high quality comic quality. So we hired about 44 artists that worked on the Kingstone Bible. A lot of them have worked with Marvel, DC, Archie Comics, Image, Dark Horse. Because when somebody would pick up one of our comics and they put it beside a Marvel, I wanted there to be no difference between Kingstone and Marvel or Kingstone and DC. And we just found that there's a lot of people that will not pick up a Bible to engage into it, but they will pick up a comic book and begin engaging. And the other thing, we have countless letters, emails from people who said, now I understand the scripture from the Bible. But we create other stuff other than the Bible.
Kingstone is located in Leesburg, Florida, about an hour away from Orlando, and their warehouse facility is enormous, filled with hundreds and hundreds of their comics.
Well, this is the Kingstone Comics shipping warehouse, and the ladies put together the orders that come in from churches and individuals, and we have all the comics laid out here. Now, one of the things we have is we have 60 Bible comics that is the most complete graphic adaptation. We also have it in hard form. And the other thing that we do here, we have a comic book that explains how we got the Bible, and then we have questions that we answer people have. Well, what's the difference between Islam and Christianity? What happened to the Ark of the Covenant? How can we know that there is truth? And what does the Bible say about hell? What does the Bible say about heaven? So we answer a lot of those questions, and we answer it in a comic book form.
As Kingstone Studio grows, you can only imagine the new and exciting projects that are on the way. One of the next steps with the company is featured films.
If they go to our website, novacancymovie.com, they can see the trailer, they can see about the cast and the crew. But we ended up with 3 really good stars who have been very effective in a lot of motion pictures, Dune, Blade Runner, God's Not Dead, War Room, Courageous. And it was amazing, Antoine, they were all good actors, but the synergy of the 3 actors, the talent together was amazing. And recently we previewed the movie for distributors in Nashville and had an overwhelming response. But we really wanted to bring some stars in and really tell a powerful story about what actually happened here in Leesburg. And it has a miraculous ending, but the miracle is true, so we want to tell people about that. We brought in a lot of talent from Nashville, Atlanta, different places, and we had, for the lead role that Sean Young in it, getting the lead role is the Orlando Sentinel reporter reporting about the story. We had over 1,400 actresses apply for that role. And the top 30 were just amazing ladies but we ended up with Sean Young, really glad that we selected Sean Young, and she selected us, really. And we were able to shoot the movie, and it ended up being a very powerful telling. And I will say that there's a lot of movies out there that really mock and blaspheme God's name and mock righteousness and other things. And this movie really is a testimony to what God did here. And I think that any church anywhere could get behind it. We're wanting churches to get behind it, tell their people. We're going to have screenings in Orlando and other major cities to get the word out to churches about the movie.
As you know, with any new project, there may be some stumbling blocks.
So I will say God did miracles during the filming, and I thought shooting in September I was clear of COVID, but if you remember in August, COVID just grew up again, and so we were really battling that while we were shooting the movie. But God protected us. We were able to get through with that, and we had COVID officer and medical officer and different people in there. But the movie was the filming, we were able to get it done. We had a big scene we shot on a Saturday night, and we were just stuffed in this room with actors and talent and everything and crew. And one of the crew members called the COVID officer and said, "I've got COVID." And we were all together, so we had to do a test, but everybody came clean, so we were able to get through.
COVID wasn't the only thing that tried to stop the filming of No Vacancy. There were also some wandering eyes trying to steal an opportunity.
We were targeted by a professional theft ring because we brought in cameras from Nashville Camera, brought them down here. We had really high-end cameras and, shooting 35 mil, big RE cameras. And we were targeted by a professional theft ring, but it was really how God protected us. We kept having things happen. I mean, literally to the last day of the shooting. But we had one of the PAs, we had finished shooting, like the third night of the shooting. We had all the camera equipment. We had like 4 gear trucks. And one of the PAs walked up, and the truck was running, and the back was open. And so he'd actually come up on the thieves as they were trying to get everything. And so the director and some other people ran down there. The person jumped over the wall, apparently, because they went over there. And so we immediately hired police to protect and watch over we had 24-hour almost, basically, watching our equipment and everything. And then even the last day of shooting at 3 o'clock when I pulled up with one of the stars, a guy that got there before me, somebody was trying to take one of our generators and ran off. So we were targeted by thieves in the entire time. We were able to get it through. But those were some of the roadblocks with the movie.
The great thing about Kingstone Studios is that they are always looking to partner with churches to help spread the good word.
We have a nonprofit, Comic Bible Society. We'd love churches to be a part of that, of spreading the gospel through comics and animation. They can go to our website, and they can go to our YouTube page or Facebook. We just want to partner with churches. And one of the things that we encourage is, like with this, is we have with churches, we say, hey, this is an opportunity like for your Sunday school class. Like if you want to, you're doing something on Revelation or David or Elisha, whatever it is a supplement to Sunday school. So we want to partner with churches, and so we just say, hey, visit KingstoneComics.com or KingstoneStudios.com or Comic Bible Society, and we're looking for more partners every day.